This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. But now here's the news for Monday, August 18th of 2025. Construction walls replace part of Adventureland entrance archway in the Magic Kingdom. Again, we really don't know what this is about. We don't know if they're updating the sign, if they're refurbishing the sign, if there's going to be no sign. We have no idea. We have no idea what this is about. If I had to take a guess, though, I would assume that this is just a refurbishment and not either getting rid of it or just a different sign entirely. Disney, especially this time of year, because we are in full-blown hurricane season right now. They usually take this time to refurbish any of the standing structures that they feel may be knocked over during a storm or hurricane. So obviously this Adventureland and entrance sign is part of that. Again, I don't know. I'm just speculating. That would be my guess, though. I would really hate that if they got rid of this sign. But who knows? I don't know. Again, this is all very speculative. But I really hope that they don't get rid of that sign. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Former Muppet Courtyard has been cleared of rubble at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So they have now completely, pretty much gutted that whole thing. It really hurts my heart. Really hurts my heart. Of course, you guys know how I feel about, us losing Muppet Vision 3D and everything. But yeah, I mean, but the courtyard is completely leveled. It is gone, as is that Stage 1 store. That's gone. The Muppet Vision Theater, the Muppet Vision 3D Theater, the Grand Arts Theater, looks untouched. I don't expect any, big changes to that right away. Probably won't be, until further down the line, until they, I don't really think they're going to knock down that theater, since they're going to reuse it anyway. But, I don't know. But it still has the Muppet Vision 3D marquee on it and everything. You can still see it from behind construction walls. But I would go ahead and take your last look, because I don't expect it to be there much longer. I really don't. Which, it really hurts my heart. Really hurts my heart to say that. New date for Beacon Barrel, the Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern reservations has been announced. So, it was already supposed to open. Unfortunately for Disney, the system went down, so nobody could book reservations. Nobody could do anything. So Disney had no choice but to postpone it. So now they've now set another date, which is Wednesday, August 20th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So, Wednesday, August 20th at 7. Be ready if that's what you want to do. But I've seen a lot of discourse online about this. People are like, well, Disney can't even get their reservation systems to work right and blah, 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 blah. It's still a computer system, okay? It's a computer system that can go down any time. It's like the rides. The rides are very advanced computer systems, okay? Obviously more advanced than, a reservation system, but, the rides run on, power and, they run on, power and, electrical stuff that, we can't see. So, whenever people say, oh, the ride goes down and, that's why I don't go to Disney anymore, or the Beacon Barrel couldn't even launch and that's why Disney is a joke and blah, 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 blah. That's not it. That's not it. And if that's what you're going to do with your time, then don't go. Don't go. Okay? Quit trolling online about Disney and, how they quote unquote can't get it right and blah, 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 blah. Okay? This stuff's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right? It's just the way it's going to happen. Okay? Because these are computer systems. Computers are going to go down. And, that's the fact of the situation. All right? So, for people to be so, up in arms about this, I say get over it. Get over it. Okay? Because it's going to happen. It happens. It does happen. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure Marquee Ornament, a Christmas ornament, is now available at Walt Disney World. It's available at Disney Springs at Disney's Days of Christmas, and it's $24.99. I really like this ornament. I really hope that they bring this over to Magic Kingdom's Christmas store. I don't know if they will, because it would be kind of like, what's this Epcot ornament doing at Magic Kingdom? Even though it's not really Epcot, but, the ride is in Epcot, so I understand, but, I hope they bring it to Magic Kingdom, but I don't know. But, I have to go and buy this ornament. It's really cute, really cute. Looks just like the marquee. It doesn't light up, but it's still a nice ornament. I still really like the ornament. Liberty Square riverboat is not destroyed. Internet rumors have proven false. So a lot of quote unquote experts in this field, they say, oh, the Liberty Square riverboat has been destroyed and blah, 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 blah. And then they put it on the internet and then everybody freaks out. Okay, everyone's always up in arms and, oh my God, okay? So these quote-unquote experts, don't believe them because they are not right all the time, okay? Sometimes they are right, but a lot of times they are wrong, okay? And this is another one of those cases where they are wrong, okay? The Liberty Square riverboat is not destroyed. Now, will it happen sometime down the road? Probably. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll go to the Walt Disney Archives. I don't know. Disney knows that, okay? And they're not sharing that, all right? So, I don't know. Will it get destroyed? Maybe. Will it be preserved in the Walt Disney Archives? That's another possibility, okay? But don't listen to rumors, especially if they're not debunked, because, a lot of times those rumors prove to be false. Okay? They prove to be false. Fozzie Bear visits future home of the Muppets at Disney's Hollywood Studios in a video post for National Roller Coaster Day. So they have posted a video on X of Fozzie Bear going to Rock and Roller Coaster and saying that this is going to be the future home of the Muppets and everything. You guys know how I feel about this. I think it's kind of stupid and ridiculous for Disney to take down a show that everybody can do, that everyone could do, by the way. No height requirement. No height requirement was, height requirements were not, was not, a thing with Muppet Vision 3D. And then for them to say, but we're putting Muppets in where Rock and Roller Coaster is. Well, yeah, that's fine, but, newsflash, not everybody can ride a roller coaster. And not even people that meet the height requirement. Okay? Some people get nauseous. Some people, they get vertigo. They get ill riding roller coasters. So you took an attraction that everyone could do away from us, and you're giving us an attraction that only half of the population can do. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Whatever. But, go watch the video with Fozzie. It's a nice video. It is a nice video, but I mean, again, you guys know how I feel about this. So, whatever. And who knows if this Rock and Roller Coaster thing with the Muppets turns out to be, a really good ride. That's great. But again, Muppet Vision 3D you took away, which, everyone could do, and, you're replacing it with a roller coaster, with a ride that, not a lot of people can do. So that's why I'm really hoping that once the Muppets take over Rock and Roller Coaster, and then once the Villains Land gets built at Magic Kingdom, they can take out the Villains show at Hollywood Studios, plop it into Villains Land, and then they can hopefully do the right thing, the sane thing, and put Muppet Vision 3D right in that space. And then you have a brand new Muppets Courtyard. So I hope that's what they do, but, I'm not banking on it, but that's what I would really hope that they would do. Because it would be the right thing. It would be the right thing. Okay? If Disney really cares about the Muppets, which I don't know if they do, but if they really care about the Muppets, this would be the right thing to do. This would be the right thing to do. And still honor Jim Henson's legacy. Saying, you know what? We have a roller coaster here themed to the Muppets. It would make logical sense if we had Muppet Vision 3D right next door. Okay? It would just make so much logical sense. So much sense. Okay? But I don't, again, I don't know, but that's what I would do. Okay? If I was in charge of this. Okay? But I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do down the line. So, but I'm sorry to get into another Muppets rant, but, that's what I'm really hoping they would do. Really hoping. Nightmare Before Christmas Mayor Sipper has debuted at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Very cute. I like him. He's got, obviously he's got his happy face and his sad face. His head does turn. You can turn his head. So you can have the frown, the scary mayor or the happy mayor. You can turn his head. So I, really like this. So now I got to buy the zipper. As much as I have to buy the popcorn bucket, now I have to buy the zipper. So there you go. That's my life right there. And our last story is big industrial fans have been added to the Haunted Mansion queue at the Magic Kingdom to help with the extreme heat. So, again, surprise, this is August, and, with it, raining a lot, this is also our very hot season, okay? People think that June and July are bad. No. I say, every time I hear someone say that, I say, you have no idea. You have no idea. Okay? Because August is the worst month in Florida. In my opinion, August is the worst month ever here in Florida. People have no idea. They have no idea. They're here on vacation, and most of them go home in August, because that's when school starts. So they think that June and July is the worst of it, and it is not. It is not. That's only the precursor. Okay, August and pretty much September is. September's not really bad, but August is really bad. August is really hot, very steamy, very muggy. So it's nice that they put these industrial fans in the queue. Are they themed? No. But what do you expect them to do? They they had to do something, because that, especially with construction walls blocking the other side of it, because when the riverboat was open, obviously the queue had a lot more airflow and everything, but now they've blocked that left side of the queue, so that whole left side of that queue is blocked by construction walls, and that doesn't help with the heat either. So it is nice that they put these fans in to help with the heat. Now, does it help a lot? No, but it does help a little. It does help a little, okay? So, but, again, I say this every year online, and I get yelled at for it, but I don't care, because it's the truth, okay? Folks, especially if you're not from Florida, this heat is no joke. It is no joke. This will, you can be hospitalized for this. I see it every single time I'm at the parks, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Universal. It doesn't matter. I see it everywhere. In all the theme parks, I see it, okay? People, they come here, they have no idea. They don't know about the heat. They don't know about the extreme temperatures here, and they end up going into heat stroke, okay? Which is why I make a post every year saying, please stay hydrated, please, take water breaks, take air breaks, just go at your own pace, and don't rush, because you're basically going to, you're going to wear yourself out. And then I get yelled at every year by people that are like, well, so, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but that's what, that's the reality of the situation. We're in Florida. It's August. It's very, very hot. So please, people, stay hydrated. Take your time. I understand you're here on vacation. You're once in a lifetime, maybe twice. You know, I know you want to see everything, but the rides aren't going anywhere. The rides are not going anywhere. The shows aren't going anywhere. Take your time. Get to your destination. Okay? And just take it easy. Take it easy. All right? But that's, you know, and that's my 2 cents on the subject. All right? But there you are. Again, if you like, but there's your news. If you like this video, again, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your evening. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.